Hey, Jeff Dorian here from thesoapguy.com. We're going to cut some soap today. We had that contest where you guys guessed how many seconds it would cost me to cut 480 bars. So we're going to keep track of the seconds, and you guys can time along with us and tell us how that we miscalculated. So that would be awesome. So here is our soap cutter. This is the soap cutter we're giving away. Anybody can get this soap cutter for free. This soap, anybody spending $200 on soap loaves. If you're going to be buying soap anyway, it's a really nice item. If you're going to be buying two $100 orders in the next couple months, go ahead and spend the $200. We're selling this individually on the website for anyone for $139. Alright, so it's $139 for the soap cutter, or if you buy $200 worth of soap, it's free. Or if you spend between $100 and $200, we're charging $49. Okay, so either way, it's a great deal. We'll show you how it works. I want you guys to know that we've been using this here now in the workshop. We've been using different types of soap cutters for over a year, and we took a little bit from each design that we thought would help us and work best for us. All right, our loaves that we cut here are 9-inch loaves. These are the large loaves, the fat ones. Okay, so these ones here, it cuts nine 1-inch bars, which is exactly what 90% of our customers want. We don't have any customization yet on this, but I think it'll work for almost every application you need, especially if you're trying to save some time. So here we go. We're going to make a marker, and we will make a marker. John, do we have any way of timing this now that we started this whole video? Okay, we're going to time it from the camera. So yeah. We'll do okay. So we're timing it from the camera. See what I know? All right, not very much. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do it, and I'm going to start, and we'll say, I have all of, as you guys can see, I don't know if you guys, we have all the loaves already lined up. This is how they would come if you bought them, all right, from us, and you just take them out of the Ziploc bag, and then you're ready to go. All right, so keep a little bit of paper towel here with you so that you can wipe off the strings if the color of the soap is changing. All right, for the same color, you don't have to wipe it at all. All right, so here we go, and we're going to start right now. All right, we lay the first one in, push it up against the edge, and then just push down. Okay, so there is 9 bars. All right, push it up against it again. All right, that's 18. And we just keep moving along. See how easy it just slides right through the soap. Alright, we've got 4 stacks so far, working on number 5. A little bit of play-by-play here. I'm sort of blocking you guys out there because I started stacking these in the way. But you get the idea. This one here, oh, it's a beautiful peppermint with peppermint leaves, a very nice fragrance. One of those fragrances the peppermint is that stays strong for a long time. You could buy this soap and keep it in your shop or on your table for 6 months and the fragrance wouldn't dissipate at all. It just happens to be a fragrance that acts that way. Okay, so here we go. Alright, so out of the 8 fragrances that we've stacked over here, I've got 1 finished. Next I'm going to use the Bondi Breeze, which is a blue one. Alright, so I use the paper towel, I'll just run it over that real quick, just like that. We'll leave this here. Okay, and then we'll start with this. Oh man, is that pretty? What a pretty, pretty loaf. Alright, now this one here, I know we had this one on the shelf for a while because this was our first experimental one, so this soap itself is really hard. And as you can see, we still slice straight through it. Been on the shelf for at least 2 months. All beautiful 1-inch bars. You can see how nicely they come here. Now I'm having trouble with one here. It looks like, oh, this is perfect. We had one of the wires break. All right, which happens when you're cutting soap. So in a way, this is a blessing, so we can show you exactly what happens when you get one that breaks. You just continue on, continue cutting. All right, now you take the 6 bars, and then you grab this last bar, all right, and put it here, line it up. All right, and then you continue on, just like that. Now when you get these from us, you will get you can see it's making all kinds of crumbs and flakes and stuff here. When you get this from us, you actually get 4 replacement wires. Okay, that comes, and if you need more replacement wires, you just let us know, and we'll ship them out to you no charge. All right? And I did say that this one here was one that was a couple months old, this loaf, so it was a lot harder than the loaves that we cut that are just finishing, just coming out of the main mold. All right, but when you're running a business, this is what happens. Every day there's a new challenge, so you have to just you have to soldier on. Right. Okay, so now out of the fragrance the 8 we have, we're finishing up the second one. We're actually doing 2 cuts. All right. Next here, I'm going to do this one here we call Spice Island. All right, so I'll clean the blue off. The blue and white from the last one, we'll clean this off. All right, and then we'll use this Spice Island, which also is not a fresh loaf. We're clearing out some inventory today. So this loaf is about 6 weeks old, and I would suggest when you get your soap to cut it right away, because it will be easier to cut when it is fresh. Right, you can see the nice color here in the Spice Island. It's very nice. This is a brand new, one of the things that we've been doing this year more than any other year is we've been trying to get not only unique fragrances and unique colors, but we've been trying to get some exclusive fragrances that nobody else has, so that if you are going to a farmer's market or if you're going to a big fair, and there's a lot of soap makers there, you will be the only one with these fragrances, so it'll help you sell product. If everybody there has the same lavender, and you're the one that has Spice Island and Bondi Breeze, you're going to be the one who's going to be making the sales. It's pretty simple. All right. Whoops. Knocking a few over here. Everybody's having a good laugh at me. Line that up. So we get 1-inch bars. There we go. All right. Very nice. So we're going to have to do 2 strokes for each one instead of 1. You guys see some really cool fragrances out there that you want me to know about, or if you want me to make exclusively for you, we do a lot of that also. Don't forget, this is a free soap cutter. Anybody spending $200 on loaves. Since we put this on the site last week, we haven't been able to keep up with the soap cutter orders. Working overtime on the soap cutters. All right, so this is the end of number 3. There we go. All right, let's get our paper. Let's knock off a little bit of that orange color so we don't get the residue. Okay, now we've got very orange here. This one here is this is a Cantaloupe apple. That's a really pretty one. We're just introducing this one. It's got a really neat fragrance. Really nice for summer. I hope you guys enjoy this fragrance. It's really nice. It's one of those ones I'm talking about. I don't know anybody else out there right now offering a Cantaloupe apple fragrance. It's beautiful. And the color in this one is spectacular. I think you'll find a lot of people will like this one, especially for matching up with colors in the washroom, in the home, which sometimes soap purchases are made on that basis. All right. I did see one of the guesses that got emailed to us about this was in the hour range, several hours. This is generally it's a minute's thing, even for the 480 bars. I will show you in a second how easy it is to pull these apart. Alright. I hope everybody has their videos in for the big contest, or their pictures. You guys are running right down to the wire. We're going to have a cutoff of this Friday on that, so by midnight Saturday morning, end of the day Friday, it's going to be the last chance you get to send your pictures of your mosaic. So if you haven't done it, do it tonight. Don't put it off. Don't put it off till tomorrow. Just do it. Doesn't have to be perfect. All right. There we are. You can see what a really nice tool this is. I love this tool. When we first started with the soap guy, we used to cut all the soap by hand with a knife, and we use these now. Just it helps everybody get even cuts every single time, which is one of the things we're looking for. So I don't have to worry if somebody has a different idea of what a cut should be. Alright, you can see I'm completely out of space here. Alright, so this is the last one on fragrance number 4. We have 8 fragrances total, so we're halfway there. I hope you guys aren't bored to tears. I know this must be very exciting watching me cut soap here. Okay, so the next one, oh wow, that's an almond spice. That's spectacular. Spectacular almond spice fragrance. It's a natural color. No colorant added to this one. This is a little bit unique because we have our own spice that we add to this. Nobody else has this exact almond spice. This isn't a fragrance that you can go and buy from your fragrance guy. It's one we mix right here at the soap guy. You can see that I'm holding it on the edge when I get the, because the one wire has broken, just to keep it straight. So what I'm doing is I'm just giving it a little bit of pressure this way so that it stays lined up perfectly well, because the wires aren't hitting it exactly even because one has broken. All right. Almond spice. This is nice. We have one customer just loves the heck out of this. She buys a ton of this. This is her favorite, and especially in the fall. She cannot keep it in her store. Almond spice, yes. Alright, so this one twisted. I didn't hold that one exactly. You can see right there that it was, I got, this part here should be flush against the wires. It helps it out, helps keep it even. Alright, don't forget also, one of the things about handmade soap is people want soap to be hand cut. They don't want every bar to be pristine and perfect and immaculate, because that's not what handmade soap is about. Handmade soap is that it's extra rich and manufactured here in the United States. And that it has all the natural rich emollients that are taken away in the commercial bars. That's what you're selling. Alright, we're going to move a couple of these over here so I don't have to walk so far. Alright, now of course when you're done cutting all the soap, you have to place it on the table to dry. Generally you want to, especially in the summer, you want to leave a fan on it while it's drying, and especially if you're in a humid area. Today's not real humid here in northwest Indiana, but if it's extra humid, we put on the dehumidifier. It's the only thing that works against the soap. Now, the soap never melts because of the heat, but it will get tacky if it's very humid. Alright, so this is the last one here of our 5th fragrance. Alright, there we are. So, now we're moving along. This fragrance here is, that's a sweet cream and honey. This is a new fragrance for us. This is crazy good. It's a light fragrance, but you can really smell like cream in there. Alright. I'm just going to run this over the wires because I'm changing fragrances. Alright, so we take that paper towel and run it over the wire. Alright, this is another one that has that natural, this is a natural color. We don't color this when it goes through the soap making process. This is how it comes out. You get a lot of tans and ivories and off-whites, some with a slight yellow hue, some with a slight orange hue. That's what happens when you don't jazz it up with a little bit of color. We have some customers who really want just the natural color. We have a lot more customers who want bright colors. So what we try to do is we just try to make a nice mix and let the customers decide which ones that they want. We don't try to impose our will on them. And then they reward us by buying our soap. So don't forget about that unique aspect. Try and make your story and your marketing about your soap, make it a little bit unique. Use your own marketing, use your own marketing names. It will always help you to get more sales. If you have your own unique names. I would say still most of our customers do use our names that we've made up for our soap, but I'm getting more and more of our customers who are renaming the soap, all kinds of clever and creative names. And this helps them. When people go looking for that soap, they have to call them. They will never find me, which is exactly how I want it. Alright. So we're right in the middle of our, well, not in the middle, in the beginning of our Tuesday workday here. So if you hear any work going on in the background, it means we're packing up your orders as I do this. Alright, we're making really nice progress here. I'm really happy how this is going. 2 more logs on this fragrance, and then we're up to fragrance number 7. All right, I don't know if John was paying attention to the exact timer. We might do some quick math and give you the answer here. Or maybe we can't do quick math because we're incapable. I know I asked everybody to make their guess in seconds. So there we are. Okay, so I'm going to grab, this is fragrance here, number 7. We have 8 fragrances total. And don't forget, we had the wire break on this when we first started. So this is really, this is real life situation here where you have to adjust to the circumstances. I didn't tell you what this one was. Oh, that's rich. I think that's an orange cinnamon there. Oh, is that nice? All right. Line them up, make sure you get a full bar out of each one. Just line the wire up, you'll be good. There we go. You can see we're getting nice, even 1-inch cuts. Alright. So when you're done with doing all the cutting, it'll take you just about as long to lay it out on the table in individual bars. Okay, so altogether you've got 400. There's over 500 bars here. We put a little extra just in case there were some scraps. But 500 bars at $5 a bar is $2,500 worth of product that you can get all set up and ready to go in really, really minimal amount of time. I know some of you guys sell them for less because you're in areas that don't demand $5 a bar, but I don't want you guys to be shy about what you charge for this stuff, because we do have some markets where they're getting up to $9 a bar for this. And I'm not exaggerating. I was surprised when one of my customers told me she was getting $9 a bar. It was a little bit more of an upscale area, but we have 5 or 6 customers getting $7 a bar and above. And then they offer specials, you know. If you buy 3 or 4, they knock the price down. So don't be afraid. This is really, really premium soap here. And the fragrances are unique, like I said. So I know some people in farmers markets and more rural areas. Okay, I know you guys are, you know, your market just won't allow for that, but that's okay. There's still plenty of room here. There's plenty of margin, no matter what you decide to do marketing-wise. So John, if we have the number of minutes and we just times it times 60, we can probably get these people an answer and let them know exactly how long it took to cut up a minimum of 480 bars. And in our case, over 500. In case we had a few scraps. Some of the bars didn't come out perfectly even because of the broken string. So some of these bars we wouldn't use. Alright. Oh, this one is a banana coconut. Very, very popular fragrance. Especially in the summer, I get more calls about this fragrance. It was never one of my favorites, and I'll tell you what, I got to keep my opinion to myself because it must be the name. People really, really like this one. Or, let me say it this way, I get more inquiries in the summer about this than just about any other. on our last fragrance, very exciting here. Don't forget to get in your, your contest entries for the big contest. The cutoff is going to be midnight, Saturday morning or Friday night. So get me 4 pictures of your mosaic. You could look high and low to find somebody who's going to give away this much soap on a great contest. And just a little bit of effort is required, not much at all. We do want for people to win who are actually, in the soap business and making an effort to carry inventory. That was the whole idea behind the mosaic made out of soap. You didn't have to use our soap, but you had to have some interest in soap. Otherwise, you're just a person who enters a lot of contests. So, there we are. Alright, this is the last 5 loaves, and then we'll have our time. So, see, we've made a mess here. When I say we, I mean me. And when you're cutting up the soap, you will get little scraps and flakes coming off. This gives me an opportunity to tell you about our new fragrance, which will be on the site starting next week. And I'm not aware of anybody who has this fragrance. It's called Yuzu Akai or Yuzu Asai, depending on how you pronounce it. And this one we're making is going to have a really nice red and purple swirl. And it's a white bar, and it just looks fantastic. The fragrance is unique, has a little bit of bitterness and a little bit of sweetness in it. And we'll have a picture up on the website so you guys can check it out. So if you need something that's new, brand new, and really cool, that's the one. We're working on 2 new fragrances also with our fragrance manufacturer right now. There you go, I'm getting calls right now. You guys are listening and calling with orders. Alright, here we go. We're down to the last loaf. And here's the second to last loaf being finished. Alright, well over 480 bars here. Alright. Alright. Get that stopwatch ready, John. Here we go. We have to make this timing exactly perfect. A winner is depending on it. And time to cut over 500 bars of soap. Now, when you go to lay these out on your table, I'm just going to do this quickly and show you how easy it is. Plunk them down like this. Separate them like this. Alright? Then do the next row right behind them. Okay? And you can make sure you put a fan on them overnight. And there you are. And that's it. And that's how I would separate them if I was setting them up on the table over here. Thanks a lot, you guys, for being patient and watching all the way through that. That was really obnoxious on my part. I should have cut that in half or something. But I did want you guys to see me do the whole thing so you can see. It's Tuesday morning. I just had my cup of coffee. I'm half awake here. And we managed to make all of these bars. Look, look how uniform these are with this soap cutter. It's a free soap cutter. Anybody spending $200. It's a great deal. I don't know anybody else giving away free soap cutters. We're trying to do everything we can here to help you guys sell soap. That's what we do. You guys can email me anytime. If you don't email me, you can email John at thesoapguysubscribe@gmail.com. He looks at all of those emails. We'll catch you guys next time. Thanks a lot. Don't forget the big contest. Please send your stuff in. I want somebody to win who's a real follower and somebody who cares about the business and the product. Thanks. We'll see ya.